What's going on YouTube? This is Dillio coming to you live with another video, and in this video we're going to talk about Hexacord and their plugin, their new software called Orb Composer. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, make sure you come back for more. In this one we're going to do a tutorial. We're going to talk about some cutting edge music technology. And the thing about this plugin here is that it actually is an artificially intelligent plugin, so it's going to be kind of working with it. So I think that artificial intelligence is kind of like on the move on a lot of things, and so it's good to at least be on the forefront. So special shout out to Hexacords for letting me try this. All right. So in this application of Hexacords or Orb Composer, we're going to create a loop for a beat, and we're going to tell it what to play. We're going to tell it what chords, and it could come up with its own chords, and we're just going to experiment. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to generate a loop that I will use in a beat. So I'm going to try and generate a groove here and then export that into FL Studio. All right. And we're going to see what it can design for us. We're going to see if we can kind of interface with it. So let's go to the screen. All right. So you have the interface right here. I put a block right here. What you have is different parts of the song. You have themes. You got like intro, melodic intro, transitions, silence, stuff like that. And you can actually arrange whole songs on this. But in this circumstance right here, what I'm doing is I'm just kind of creating a nice loop here. And they got different kind of types of things that you can do. And we can experiment. We're going to copy this over and kind of experiment. So let's make some noise, right? So what I've done is I dragged some instruments in here. I got massive on one instrument, and I got a nice pad on another one. So what we're going to start first, we're going to mess with the chords. So all I got to do is just click in this area and I have chords here, and let's hear what we got so far. Okay, cool. And I just selected these chords because I play them live. You can tell these chords to do whatever I want. So if I wanted to change the chords like this, it's going to generate some new chords. Let's listen to what happens. And this is something generated on its own that should fit in the context of C minor. So let's check it out. So, you can do that. You can build that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to let those chords extend out. So I want them to kind of play on quarter notes. So what I could do is I can adjust the settings here. I know there are chords here. I want the every beat I want a different chord. It's updating that. So when I hit play, and I can hit this icon right here to rearrange it. So now it's doing something different. Turn on the loop function. Let's try it again. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a bass sound, and there's different roles that these instruments can play. So in this situation right here, I can add a bass sound, and let's try and develop a bass sound or a bass rhythm on that. So you got these different musical blocks that you can drag in, and then you can do a melody, motif, arpeggios, chords, and bass. So we're going to do a bass. I got a bass preset, and we're going to sample it real quick and see what we got and see if we can kind of shape a groove with that. As you see, it sounded crazy at first. Break it down a little bit, and I'm going to put this on, and I'm going to drag the density down to maybe 30%. And we're going to see what happens. And this is something being created on the spot. I never heard it before. Let's hear how it sounds. Let's bring in some more density. So as you can see, we're building different stuff on there. I like that, but I want to tweak the sound a little bit. So I'm going to go to the plugin, and I'm going to get rid of some of that reverb. These are presets that I designed from Khemikals. So I'm just going to take that reverb out a little bit, and we're going to play it back again. All right, so that sounds pretty cool. So I'm going to add some more stuff to it. I'm going to add another instrument. I typically just drag an instrument in there, and then I'm going to click another button, and we're going to add our arpeggiator. But what I'm also going to do is I'm going to drag in another plugin like Dune. Okay, and then I'm going to kind of select a plucked preset sound. So if I click on that plugin, I'll just kind of build something. Again, all this is happening from scratch. And I'm just going to try to find something there and kind of let it generate it on its own. And we're going to see what happens. You know. Let's see what other kind of melody we can generate. So that sounds pretty cool. And again, if I want to just switch it up and just remake the whole thing into something else, I can hit this button here, create a new melody for this block. I can always undo and come back. Let's listen to what happens. And if I want to just switch it up again, or switch up the chords, let's see what kind of chords it can generate on its own. And let's hear if it's something we like. And we're just building it off of that, just off of it, kind of draining some chords based off what I already put in. And again, once I do this, I'm going to take this out and export it as a loop and then bring it in. So let's bring in one more sound, like a piano. I always like to do piano sounds, but I'm not going to do the traditional piano sound. I'm probably going to grab a piano sound that I know that I like and drag that in there. So let's go ahead and do that. Piano. And I kind of just want the piano to kind of go real simple and stuff like that. So we're going to solo that out. And we're going to tell it to be the melody. But I don't want the octave to go up so high, so I'm turning down the octave. Okay. So let's hear how that sounds like everything else. And if we wanted to make it a motif, we just hit motif. Let's hear what it generates for us. This house kind of sound a little busy, so I want to just break it down a little bit. So let's turn down the density. Okay. Okay, I like that. I like that. So we're going to turn that down, and what we're going to do is I'm going to take this loop that I generated based off of the algorithms and everything, and just one more time, let's try and make it do something that I didn't know it was going to do. All right, I'm going to save this, and then, well, actually, I'm going to save this, and then we're going to add another type of kind of like an answer question. That's what these represent, question answer. I'm just going to drag that in, and we're going to see what happens when I do that. I'm just going to drag that in there. Let's hear if it does something different. Okay. Okay, so that's surprising right there. That sounded pretty cool. And this is just a really quick bringing together of it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to actually, let me listen to that again. We'll go back to the other one. But I like that. I like that. It kind of surprised me. So I'm going to export that, and then we're going to go to FL Studio. So give me 1 second as I make that switch. All right, now we're going to go to the FL Studio environment. I got the loop that I made from the OR Composer. I imported in FL Studio. We're going to add some effects to it and kind of mangle it a little bit to kind of create a backdrop loop that then we can add a beat to and make a beat with. So now we're in FL Studio. The loop is there, and I'm just going to add some effects to it. So what I like to do, maybe throw a filter on it, see what that happens with. Just have fun. And then maybe throw a halftime on it. Okay, so now we got kind of like a little mood there. And now can you actually probably brighten it up a little bit and not let the lo-fi hit it so much. And then now we could just add drum sounds, and pretty much we got a beat based off of artificial intelligent technology. So let's go ahead and add some beats. I'm going to click something in real quick, do some movie magic to fast forward through that part. Okay, so now that I clicked some beats in, we're going to hear what I've done with that loop, and I'm just going to add some hi-hats and basically just kind of mix it up a little bit. So, you know, I might just do like a eighth notes there, right click there, add some sounds in. And you just keep adding sounds. I can bring in another hat, bring that in. Then maybe I can add the Dillie bass and make the notes match. Because I know what chords I'm hitting, I'm going to add like some 808s from the Dillie bass plugin. So with that, I'll just add some notes. So and now we got and of course, if I took more time to flesh out the beat, I mean, you can do more with it, but let's go there. Let's go back to that loop and see if we can mangle it some more, make it more choppy. I like to make it choppy. So we're gonna add like a looperator, and we're just gonna kind of freak it out. Maybe some random. What I like is just maybe add some vowels in there. And I'm just screwing there, just creating. Maybe let it chop a little bit. You know, and that's pretty much it. So that's pretty much how you would make a beat using artificially intelligent technology, creating a loop and then exporting that loop, bring it into FL Studio or your music making platform, or keeping everything in Orb Composer. I keep getting the name mixed up, but that's what you can do. And see, there's no rules, so you can take that, move it here, take that loop, put it here, put it there, chop it up, put some plugins on it. You basically got a beat. So if you like that video, please let me know in the comments below. If you like it or don't like it, that's totally fine. Give me a thumbs up. Please share this video, and please make sure to visit my website. I have a lot of cool stuff there, preset libraries for producers and loop samples, and also a teaching course teach you how to sound design. I have that all at dillio.ttk.com. And I thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for subscribing, and welcome to all my new subscribers as well as those who have been there for a while. And thank you for helping me get to the journey of 100,000 subscribers. We're still going for it. So I'll see you guys later. Stay tuned. Peace out.